GB News was halted after the government's migrant deal came into full effect with its first detainment. GB News regular programming was halted after fresh reports revealed that the first migrant boat had been detained as part of the government's new one in, one out deal with France. Presenter Stephen Dixon shared. The Home Office has said the first detentions of illegal Channel migrants have now taken place following that deal reached between the UK and France, which came into force 2 days ago. The broadcast then went live to their home and security editor, Mark White, who was in Dover and said, "It's interesting, I was suggesting yesterday that we might see some of those who arrived yesterday returned to France in this first cohort, and that's exactly what's happening." He explained. It should come as no surprise, it's all part of the theater of course of this treaty that the UK and French government want to hold up as a real potential deterrent. Mark continued, "Of course, we know the numbers of those who will be returned to France will be very modest indeed." Well, the Home Office have now confirmed this morning that the first group of migrants earmarked for the first detention to France have been detained. They will be held in a secure immigration removal center and are likely to be removed back to France within the coming weeks. The process, we're told, will be explained to them and their rights within the process, which we understand does give them a right to appeal, potentially legally through the courts, which could always bog things down, he added. That will be explained to them in terms of the options available to them. Mark shared. We've just had a statement from the Home Secretary, Yvette Cooper. She said, yesterday, under the terms of this groundbreaking new treaty, the first people to cross the Channel were detained after their arrival at the Western Jet Foil and will now be held in detention until they can be returned to France. Yvette Cooper says, this sends a message to every migrant currently thinking of paying organized crime groups to go to the UK, that they will be risking their lives and throwing away their money if they get into a small boat. The Home and Security editor added, I think the calculus will be made by those who want to come on that crossing, given that there's more than 90% possibility that you won't be able to return to France. The odds are pretty stacked in your favor, so will it be the deterrent? The government hopes it will. We'll see in the fullness of time, Mark concluded. They believe that this, combined with other things such as the much-anticipated toughening of the policing of the French coast by French police and maritime forces, also tougher immigration raids on those working illegally in the black economy here in the UK, all taken together, will eventually have an impact on those crossing the channels.